Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to the Assetto Corsa Offline Championship for Super Formula, the brand new tier for the second brand new tier, for 2020 Tier 4, the championship replacing the Porsche Super Cup. It is the all-Japanese open-wheeler series Super Formula, and what a way to kick it off at the amazing Fuji Speedway, located just on the foothills of Mount Fuji in the Shizuoka prefecture of Japan. This is gonna be the first of two doubleheaders this season. Obviously, we'll go back here for the final round of the championship as well. But yes, Super Formula, very exciting series. Another spec series added to the ACOC's list of series. Obviously, 10 rounds of the championship, but only one man will come home as champion. We have got 20 minutes of qualifying, and on board with the number one Vantalen Team Tom's car, that is Will Parrish, the last year's Formula 2 champion, who obviously failed to secure a seat in Formula 1 and now has done a little bit of a scouting year in Super Formula. It's going to be interesting to see how he does then. But before we get stuck in with qualifying, you'll have to watch Will Parrish on his lap then. I'll go through the circuits of the Fuji Speedway then. Standing in the foothills of Mount Fuji, located near the city of Oyama, in, as previously mentioned, the Shizuoka prefecture of Japan. This track was first built in the early 1960s, so officially opened in December of 1965, and then was closed for a while before it was reopened in April of 2005. But the circuit was first actually meant to host NASCAR races. This was meant to be an oval with a massive banked super speedway. It would feature banked corners and long straights, as evident by this very long main straight that is still a remnant of the original plans for the circuit. But obviously that did not happen due to a lack of funding, and instead you had other series come here. Obviously Formula 1 came here, same with motorcycle racing. Obviously this circuit obviously featured the very memorable championship decider in 1976 between Niki Lauda and James Hunt. If you've ever seen Rush, I do recommend you should watch it. It is a great movie. Other series came here, like the FIA World Sports Car Championship, and motorcycle racing as mentioned, and then the Le Mans series as well. The Asian Le Mans series came here. Most notably, Super Formula, ever since 1973, which was the first race. They've come here almost intermittently, and they've raced here ever since 2005 consistently. But the circuit, which has been in place since 2005, ever since its reopening, boasts a track length of 4.563 kilometers, 16 turns, and we should expect laps in the 120s, somewhere around there, almost to the 130s. But as we go down to the grid then, we're just getting away with qualifying. Everyone's getting their first laps in. We got a list of brand new rookies making their debut in the ACOC, and some very respected names on the grid. Namely, there is one of them driving for Team Dandelion. That's Alexander Arnold, the former Formula 1 driver and race winner. Obviously, after leaving Mercedes in a shock move in 2019, went to Porsche Super Cup, and he has now moved series to Super Formula. There's James Morris Pearson, who goes fast. Is not officially a rookie, as he made a guest appearance in Porsche Super Cup last season at the final round of the championship. Now secures a full-time drive with Kondo Racing. There is Miran Evji in 9th position. That is obviously long-time former Ferrari driver who announced his retirement from Formula 1 in 2019 to go pursue successes in other series. He is driving with the Inging team alongside Formula E race winner Courtney Simpson, who currently is down in 18th. But Your top three at the moment, it is James Morris Pearson, who currently is fastest in the Kondo Racing, followed by Kaiman Kumar in the Itochu NX Team Impul car. And then it is Aiden Smith, the WTCR debutant. In fourth, there's Khalfan Juma, the first Emirati driver in the ACOC. He goes second. The man in the Assetto Corsa will go up into second. And there, that is a familiar name for those who have stuck around with the ACOC. That is, in fact, former Formula 1 driver and F2 race winner Linus Timell from Sweden. And he's driving for Buzz Racing. Obviously, a very respected name back in 2017. He took a year off in 2019 and now returns to the brand new Super Formula tier. It is great to have him back. But I assume at the moment that it's not going so well, as he is only in P23 at the bottom. There is AF Walsh, one of the other debutants in the black and gold Team Impul car. There goes Roger James, formerly known as Roger James Jr. For those who remember him, DTM in 2018. He had a bit of a brief appearance there and now returns. And Super Formula obviously being a Japanese series, we also have our first Japanese driver. There is Yuto Horigome, who goes up into sixth for Team Dandelion Racing. Not badly done at all from the man on his debut. Looking through the rest of the field, in 13th you have Rahul Patel, the former Formula 1 driver, podium sitter, and the Porsche Super Cup race winner. And Linus Timell does improve, finally getting to grips with the car as he goes up into third. Well done from the Swede in the Buzz Racing car. But James Morris Pearson then on pole extends his advantage over the field by a tenth of a second. Rahul Patel in the Red Bull Mugen car, obviously being the lone Red Bull sponsored car in Super Formula, marking his newly appointed reserve driver role with Red Bull in Formula 1. He is running in the colors of the Austrian outfit. As you can see there through sector 1, he's actually gone 300ths up on Pearson's time at the moment, so we'll be seeing if Patel could get an improvement in here. And I have to say, as the cars go around the circuit, just hearing the engine noise of these cars, absolutely beautiful. I have to say, these cars sound really fantastic. But Patel in the second sector, falling down a bit, but it should still theoretically be an improvement for the Indian as he heads through turn number 14. This is. That's turn 15, and then the 16th and final corner. We're going to see if Patel will be finishing up the lap then, as I do think he's coming in. So that is Patel who's going to come in, and improving up into 18th is Zachary Fitzwater. He goes up at the 18th position, and here is Memphis Fisher as he goes across the line. Does not improve. Fisher, obviously, who made his debut last season in WTCR, had a bit of a lackluster season, but he'll be looking for improvements here in Super Formula. Memphis Fisher, who is driving for TCS Nakajima Racing. And here's another man who migrates from WTCR, Nicolas Yanu from Cyprus. In the Carrozzeria team KCMG. KCMG, obviously, did compete in WTCR as well last season. However, I do believe the KCMG drivers, they are not present on the Super Formula grid. In fact, they're not even present in the ACOC at all, unfortunately. But Yanu on the lap time then, as he heads down into the braking zone of turn 10. And he is actually up on the pole time here by almost a tenth of a second. So he just has to make it cleanly through these last few corners, and he will be getting a very good lap in. There's Jethan Shaw up into 6th, the first South African in the ACOC. He obviously is the teammate of Nicolas Yano, so he's currently in 6th. His teammate 10 positions down. but we'll see if he's able to get past it as Janno goes down the straight. You can hear that beautiful engine from the Super Formula car as he goes across the line. Then what can Nicolas Janno do as he goes across? And he goes pole for Janno. That's a 1:24.993, and he's going to be the first man to get into the 1:24s. Very good lap time from the Cypriot, and that is him up into first. And Kaiman Kumar dethrones Pearson as well, takes the second position away from the American to make it a brand new top 2 in qualifying with 9 minutes to go. There's Mateusz Material, who debuted in WTCR last season, now makes his full-time debut in the beautiful Team Mugen car. There's Aiden Smith up into second. Material's teammate, both driving the vibrant red Super Formula car of the Mugen team. Have to say that car looks absolutely fantastic. You got a lot of great liveries in this series, especially this one, the white and red of Alexander Arnold. But it is going to be Jethan Shaw who does get himself up into second in the KCMG with a 1:25.294. No one's been able to eclipse into the 1:24s just yet, but you can see Janno's just gotten in there by 7 thousandths of a second for now. Janno then is going to cross the lap, who's going to cross the start-finish straight once again. Will he be able to improve? No, he does not. What about the other guys? There is Rahul Patel, who's just going to start his lap and on board with the Indian for a lap of the Fuji Speedway, then into the first corner. You can see as the track elevation goes downhill a bit, but first corner is obviously going to be the easiest one for overtaking. You can carry your balance into turn 3, the fast left-hander of Coca-Cola, and through the long right-hander of 100R through turn 4 and turn 5. We see some great battles, but now into the braking zone of turn 6, called the hairpin, and then out of turn 7 and into the high-speed turn 8. Should be flat out through this corner, 300R as well, and now into the more technical sector 3. Like you see, is about 10th off Janno there in the third sector through turn 11, and then the right of turn 12, then into the braking zone of turn 13, fittingly called 13th, then hugging the inside curb as you try to take a bit of a wide line to set yourself up for the final corner. Turn 16, Panasonic, as the track steeply rises up again through turn 16, and then it is just going to be down this very long start finish straight. And then it's just going to be across the line for Rahul Patel. We're going to see if he can improve the number 15 Red Bull Mugen. And he does improve up into 6th. Goes Rahul Patel. That's not a bad improvement for him. Pearson, though, goes back up into 2nd. So he is still going to try to contend for that first ever Super Formula pole as Alexander Arnold goes up into 6th. Now, one lineup that has not fared too well is the two Inging cars, Simpson and FG, 16th and 17th. So it's not been the best for them. As there goes Hori Gome, home hero, up into 2nd with a 1:25.109. Gets himself ahead of James Morris Pearson, just not close enough to get close to him. And there is Jokubas Zhukauskas. A bit of a tongue twister, that one, but he is the first ever Lithuanian driver in the ACOC. He gets himself up into 8th. So very well done from Zhukauskas. Gets into the top 10. And there is the rookie racing car, the number 8 of Axel Socki, who is currently down in P23. Not the best for the Norwegian, but he's going to be wanting to improve. He becomes the 3rd Norwegian in the ACOC from Håkon Olsen in Formula 2, and Jonathan Lawson, who formerly competed in WTCR. Socki then across the line does not improve, unfortunately for him. Rahul Patel still in 9th. The former Formula 1 driver will be wanting an improvement. Same with Miran Evji down in 19th. Obviously quoted from the press conference last season saying he wanted to take on new challenges. He'll be trying it, obviously, as Formula 2 champion Will Parrish gets himself up into 10th position, and that should be enough. I believe it is the top 10 for points, if I am not mistaken. Could be another points format, though. FG is going to continue his lap. Let's see if the Swede can improve, as he's going to go across the line, and FG then across the line, and he goes up into 4th. Now that is an improvement for the Swede, and he gets himself over the second row. There is Katja Schmelzer, the German in the Vantelen Team Tom's car, just one position ahead of Will Parrish. So Team Tom's just grazing the top 10. Schmelzer in the first sector, up on Janu's pole time. So could it be the German getting herself up into, I believe it is her. I think it is. Getting herself up into the front row. We'll have to see. And if it is a her, obviously, I think, Schmelzer will be the 3rd female driver to have ever competed in the ACOC. Next to Giulia Cesetti and Emilia Konechina. And there is Zachary Fitzwater, who's gone up into 4th. But there is Joseph Kang for Rookie Racing, who takes provisional pole away from Nicolas Janu. And we thought no one was going to be able to top the Cypriot. And Kang, the South Korean, in fact the second South Korean to compete in the ACOC, have done it with 3 minutes to go. It's a 1:24.874 for Kang. That is a very good lap time for the man in the Rookie Racing. There is Alexander Arnold in 10th position then. Joseph Kang, though, very, very well done from him then, the number 7 Rookie Racing. Obviously, I believe he's half South Korean, half something else. I am sorry, but if anyone does know what the other half is, please tell me. Or he might be full South Korean, I don't know. Joseph might be a popular name in South Korea, I'm not sure. Alexander Arnold goes across the line, does not improve. There is Rahul Patel, who's now been sent down to 12. He's going to want to get himself into the top 10, though, to make his mark on the Super Formula field. There's Roger James, the 3rd American in the field for Buzz Racing, obviously, the number 21. As he's got the, that's one of the in-game cars he's got ahead. As Aidan Smith, the Irishman, up into 4th for Team Mugen. Very well done from Aidan Smith, the man who had quite a lackluster WTCR season in 2019. Hopefully the switch to open wheelers will be beneficial for him. Unlike his teammate Mateusz Material, currently down in 19th. He seems to be struggling a bit, but we'll see if he is able to get himself up the field then. But your top 5 at the moment with a minute to go, it is Joseph Kang who leads from Nicolas Janu, Yuto Horigome, Aidan Smith, and then Zachary Fitzwater Sr. in 5th. I will just call him Zachary Fitzwater because there's a bit easier, should I say. James Morris Pearson, though, does get himself back up into the top 5, and up into 4th goes the Kondo Racing. Now, Kondo Racing, I have to say, doing very well in 4th and 6th. They could be in a very good spot to grab important points during the race today. Improvement from AF Walsh, the Australian, in 14th. Not badly done from him. Linus Timell improves, but he's currently down in 17th as Walsh goes fastest in the first sector. See if we can carry that performance on through the second and third sectors. There is Smith up into 3rd with a 1:25 flat. And it is, I think he might just have another time for a lap. As the checker flags fall, and Mateusz Material is going to be the first man across the line. Material does not improve. Janu can't grab pole from Kang. So it is going to be Janu starting 2nd at best. Courtney Simpson is going to go across the line, the Jamaican who obviously won the opening round of Formula E last season. Let's see if he can impress now here in qualifying as he's going to go across the line. Can he improve? No. Simpson will start 19th. Juma improves though, and Juma's going to be in 7th. Very good stuff from the Emirati. Auzinch does not improve either. Pearson's into the pits. What about Kumar, the Qatari driver, I believe, comes into the pit lane. Same with Walsh. Parrish is going to continue, though. The man in 14th is going to go across the line. Let's see what Parrish can deliver as he goes across the line. And he cannot improve. It's going to be 14th for Will Parrish. Jorge Gomez goes across the line. Can he grab pole? No, he cannot. Schmelzer does not improve either. Fish is in the pits. Team Mel is going to cross the line. Soki improves from last position, but it's only going to be P22 for the Norwegian. Aiden Smith then. Let's see what the Irishman can do as he crosses the line. Can he do it? No! Aiden Smith will be 3rd. Still a very respectable performance from the Irishman, and I do think it's going to be Miran Evji in 8th. The final man across the line, and we're just going to wait for the confirmation. And there we go. And for the first round of Super Formula, it is going to be Joseph Kang who takes pole position for the race here at Fuji. And now then, off the back of an exciting qualifying, it is time to go through the grid for the inaugural race of the 2020 Super Formula season. And it is going to be Joseph Kang for Rookie Racing. The number 14 starts on pole position, and accompanying him on the front row will be Nicolas Iannou of Team KCMG in 2nd. 3rd is Aiden Smith for Team Mugen, and that is going to be Yuto Horigome for Docomo Team Dandelion Racing in 4th. Then the 3rd row, it is the 2 Condor Racing teammates. James Morris Pearson leads Zachary Fitzwater Sr. from Khalfan Juma in 7th of Drago Corsa. And then it's former F1 driver Miran Evji in 8th position for Inging, and it is Kaiman Kumar in 9th with Jethan Shaw, the South African, rounding out 10th position. Alexander Arnold, a race winner at this circuit, starts in P11 with Jokubas Zhukauskas in 12th. Then it is Rahul Patel with Formula 2 champion Will Parrish in 14th. Patel is in 13th, I forgot to mention that. Then it is AF Walsh. The Australian starts 15th with Katja Schmelzer in 16th position. Former F2 and F1 driver Linus Timela starts in 17th with his teammate Roger James in 18th. Courtney Simpson starts 19th with Mateusz Matera rounding out the top 20. Then it is Jazeps Auzinch in P21. Sorry if I did mispronounce that name, but it is going to be Axel Soki in 22nd, and taking the final spot on grid will be Memphis Fisher of Nakajima Racing. But enough with the grid, and 25 laps await us for the opening round of the 2020 Super Formula season. It's Kang on pole as we have 6 lights. And we're underway for the first ever time here in Super Formula. It's a good start for Joseph Kang as we head into turn 1. And there is Smith already up at the 2nd, trying to challenge Iannou. Horigoma almost 3 wide there into the first corner. But it is Kang who leads away as Iannou is going to try to find the advantage. And he's going to try it around the outside. He has a look on the South Korean, tries to go to the inside, but there just is not enough space. Smith and Horigoma fighting for the podium as Horigoma is going to be on the inside through turns 4 and 5. It's going to be Smith who's going to go around the outside. There's still wheel to wheel. Then the Irishman later on the brakes in the Team Mugen, and he is going to be just slightly ahead. Horigoma looks to have the better run, but unfortunately it's going to be the Irishman who does get ahead for now from the home hero. But Horigoma is still eager to try it as Smith is having a look on the inside of Iannou even. But is he trying to bite off more than he can chew? Horigoma is going to try to get back at the Team Mugen. It is going to be the Team Dandelion car. It's going to try to get past the number 17 red car of Aiden Smith. But Smith able to defend from him then. There's Khalfan Juma and Jethan Shaw. Shaw with a very good start as he gets the cutback on Juma. But Shaw has the inside line there, and it is going to be him that's head. That's not Shaw, actually. That is Kaiman Kumar, who was able to get past Juma. I'm sorry. Jethan Shaw in 7th. Looking back at the top 4, Yuto Horigoma is now going to go on to Aiden Smith on the inside into the first corner. He's going to have the inside line. He's later on the brakes, but is Smith going to be able to defend around the outside? Doesn't look like it, but Horigoma is going to be ahead for P3. Smith, it might not be over yet for the Irish, but he's going to have a look on the inside. Just isn't close enough, though. And it is going to be Yuto Horigoma in front of the home crowd up into the podium. Joseph Kango with a very good start as he's taken the lead by 1.1 seconds from Nicolas Jannu in second. There's Jukauskas in 10th as he's fighting off Alexander Arnold and Miran Evji, who is going to go on his fellow former Formula 1 driver. These guys battled in F1 a few seasons ago, and they're going to battle once again. They're reunited in Super Formula. For the battle, FG's going to be on the inside of Alexander Arnold. These two are going to go wheel to wheel. FG on the outside. Arnold, though, has the more superior inside line through turn number 12. FG still having a look on the outside, but there just isn't any space for him to overtake just yet. There in the background is James and Schmelzer going at it. And it is going to be Roger James on the inside. Schmelzer goes very wide. James is going to try it on Axel Socki as well. There's Timel side by side with Auzinch in P20. As we go on to lap 3, Nicolas Janos is the fastest lap. We're going to look at Zachary Fitzwater. Is going to try to get past Aiden Smith. Smith seems to be dropping a bit here as Fitzwater is going to be on the inside line of Smith there for 4th position, and the Australian is ahead unless Smith can try it on the inside line. He cannot, unfortunately. There's Pearson wheel to wheel with Kaiman Kumar as Pearson's going to go around the outside, and he unfortunately cannot, though. Kumar does defend, but Pearson, it's not over yet for the American. He still has to look on the inside, but Kumar does get the better launch out of turn 6, and it will be the man in the Team Impul car who does get ahead, or stays ahead, sorry, for P6. As you can see, the field still tightly packed. There in the background is Fischer on to Timel. Linus Timel will have the greatest of days as Fischer might get 2 in 1 here. He gets Auzinch there. Very well done from Memphis Fischer. Beautiful move from the American, but that's only P20 because they cannot fight for the wooden spoon. Either way, every position matters when it comes to racing. Now then, Zachary Fitzwater, who did get up into 4th, overtaking Aiden Smith a lap earlier. It might not be over, though, as Smith is going to be in the slipstream. Kang sets the fastest lap as we approach lap 4. Will Smith be able to retaliate against the Australian Zachary Fitzwater? And he does with a late launch to the inside of Zachary Fitzwater. Will the Impul car, or sorry, the Mugen car be able to clear the Condor Racing as he's going to go around the outside into turn 3? Will that succeed? It's going to give it the inside line through the fast right-hander of turns 4 and 5. And you can see they're going to go wheel to wheel. Smith dipping a wheel into the grass, and he is ahead for now. Fitzwater's going to try to retaliate on the inside into the hairpin, but we've known that the outside is the more superior line. And then he is going to deliver one striking blow on the inside, Aiden Smith, as Fitzwater still tries to hang on to the position, but unfortunately there's only so much the Australian can do, and Aiden Smith, with a fantastic battle with Fitzwater, does get up into 4th. Great few opening laps then for Super Formula. There's the two TCS Nakajima racing cars going at it. That's Auzinch and Fischer who are gonna go at it. Fischer's gonna be on the inside of Jacob's Auzinch, and we're gonna see who is gonna get ahead, as Auzinch is going to be on the inside. Fischer later on the race. Can he swing around the outside? And he does so. Close to contact, though. Almost broke rule 1 of racing, which is obviously to never hit your teammate. But that breaks Memphis Fischer, and he stays in P20. And it's going to be Jakob Auzinch in 21st. Looking at the other Baltic driver in the field, Jokubas Zukauskas in 10th. And Fitzwater once again dives to the inside of Aiden Smith. Bless myself there for sneezing on stream. That's perfect. But we're going to focus on the battle at hand as Fitzwater goes around the outside, but he just isn't close enough to succeed with the move. He's going to be on the outside for P4. And unfortunately, it's going to be Fitzwater who is going to go down to, or is going to stay in 5th, sorry. And Alzinch losing out to Courtney Simpson, who's taken P21 away from the Latvian rookie. So it will be Simpson staying in 20, or up into 21st, Linus Timell in 23rd. Not the greatest way to mark his return to racing. Alzinch, though, having a look on the inside of Simpson, as he's gonna just have a look on the inside, trying to punch his way past the Jamaican, but Simpson with the experience defense from Alzinch then. Lap 5 of 25, Kang building the gap to Nicolas Jamno. That gap is up to 1.7 seconds now, so Kang really has done a very well job by just pulling away. He's got very good pace, and it shows that he sets the fastest lap of the race. There is Khalfan Juma and Jethan Shaw, the Emirati and the South African, are going to go wheel to wheel. Juma gets it done before the corner with the slipstream, so that is Khalfan Juma up into 8th position down the straight. Patel and Parrish then battling for position, and the Red Bull reserve driver versus the Mercedes Junior and F2 champion. Patel's going to go around the outside of Parrish, and I think he should get it done. Yes, he does. Rahul Patel up into 13th. Well, I think he actually was defending from Parrish. I wasn't too aware of that. I think he might have been Patel defending from Will Parrish. Either way, that will see Patel in 13th position, just behind Miran Evji. Joseph Kang then providing a very dominant display here. 2 seconds up on Nicolas Jamno. I have to say he's done very well at the moment, but it is only lap 6 out of 25, so anything can still happen. Looking at the battle for P6, you have James Morris Pearson versus Kaiman Kumar, and this battle actually goes up all the way into 3rd because Hori Gome seems to struggle with pace, as he's not able to catch up to Jamno. It's a 3.7 gap to the Cypriot in 2nd, so Hori Gome is going to have to focus on defense against Aidan Smith, and one person going to have to worry about defense. It is going to be Jethan Shaw on Jokubas Zhukauskas, as Zhukauskas is going to go on the inside line of Shaw. The two are going to go wheel to wheel. Zhukauskas is going to have the outside line through turn number 3. Shaw's going to defend the inside as Zhukauskas goes the long way round, and he's going to have the inside through the long left-hander, and it is Zhukauskas who does get ahead for P9, the Lithuanian, driving a very good race, and he's only got teammate Juma ahead of him in 8th. Further down the field, Courtney Simpson in the Inking is chasing down Axel Soki in the rookie racing. Obviously, he would probably wish to be up there with his teammate at the moment, but sometimes things just don't go your way, and it is only the opening round of the season. We have no idea who's going to be the big players in the championship and who won't. James Morris Pearson then in 7th, still chasing down Kaiman Kumar, the first, I believe, Qatari driver in the ACC. I think that is the flag of Qatar. Bit topical now that the World Cup is kicking off in Qatar as well. So, yeah, I guess that is fun. Zachary Fitzwater then still on the back of Aidan Smith, and he's going to go on the inside line of the Irishman. The two are going to go wheel to wheel once again. These two have been battling the entire race. And it is going to be Fitzwater's going to go around the outside into Coca-Cola. Let's see if he can get it done then, as he is just not close enough to get ahead. He's still going to have a look on the outside through 100R, but it does not work for Fitzwater, and he will stay in 5th. Very good defensive work from Aidan Smith. I have to give it to him. He's done very well there in 4th, defending from just relentless pressure from Zach Fitzwater. And looking to the midfield then, Alex Arnold, who's chasing down Jethan Shaw for 10th position, the first points paying position. Arnold, obviously this venue also marked the final race of his Formula 1 career yet. Obviously after this race he made the shock decision to leave Mercedes to go to Porsche Super Cup, but Arnold still showing all right pace then in the first Super Formula race. As you can see there, he is on the back of Jethan Shaw, and he is gonna try and attempt a move on the South African rookie. He's gonna go wheel to wheel with the South African into turn 1. He should have the advantage. Miran is gonna be there behind the Yinging, who's gonna try to sense an opportunity to get past, but Arnold, with an easy move, does get into 10th position. That was very well executed from the German, and he's up into 10th, and he now has the two Drago Corsa cars of Zhukauskas and Juma in 9th and 8th, just ahead of him. As Zhukauskas in 9th obviously will be wanting to clear his team at Juma as soon as possible if he wants a chance at getting to James Morris Pearson in 7th. Otherwise, he'll just be stuck behind his teammate, who seems to be a bit slower. And obviously Zhukauskas keeping a moderate gap to his Emirati teammate, but it is clear that he is obviously faster than him. So I believe there will be no team orders at Drago Corsa. This Miran FG, I feel like he might be wanting to have a go at Jethan Shaw as well. Just how Alex Arnold did it. Joseph Kang up at the lead sets another fastest lap. This man is really on it today, as he leads by 3 seconds from Nicolas Yano, and FG is going to try it on Jethan Shaw. Will it be as easy as Alexander Arnold did it, as he's going to go on the inside? FG obviously during his Formula 1 days not known as the best overtaker, more for his pace and qualifying, as he is going to go around the outside of Shaw into turn 3. Does he get it done into turn 3? Yes, he does. And that's FG up into 11th, and now free to chase Alexander Arnold. There's Fisher and Walsh, or so Fisher and Simpson going wheel to wheel. That's going to be Fisher on the inside, who does defend from Courtney Simpson. Courtney Simpson is still going to have a look on the outside of Fisher, and he's going to go there, but Fisher blocks him off into the braking zone of Dunlop, and it is going to be the American ahead of Jamaican. So nice defending from Memphis Fisher there. They were a bit aggressive, so I don't think Courtney will be too happy with that. The field still relatively bunched up apart from the top two. You can see it on the track map on your right. Those two dots just making their way down into turn 1. That's Kang and Yanu. The rest are still really close to each other, and I have to say, we're still getting some very good racing here. Down the start-finish straight, then we're looking at Rahul Patel in the Red Bull Mugen, who's going to try to get past Jethan Shaw. Shaw's dropping like a stone here. Is Patel going to try it on the inside? No, he does not. He's going to stay behind for the time being, or does he go for the move? He has a look on the inside at the turn 2, and he's going to try to have a look on the outside at the turn 3. Switches to the inside, tries to sell dummy on the South African, but I think he's trying to bite off a bit more than he could chew there, and the move did not work. In fact, it kind of ruined his momentum, and that might allow Will Parrish in 14th to be able to catch up to the Indian-British driver in 13th. Obviously, Patel, who has driven at the circuit in the past back in 2018, drove here back when he was driving for Toro Rosso in Formula 1, obviously. Still got the Red Bull links, as I previously mentioned. Driving for Red Bull Mugen, and he also is the Red Bull test and reserve driver in Formula 1. Alexander Arnold then chasing down Jokubas Zhukauskas. Kaiman Kumar, who is chasing down Zachary Fitzwater, who has not been able to... he's fallen back a bit to Aiden Smith. Obviously, those two were battling quite a lot, so I'm wondering if Fitzwater, as he was trying to attack Aiden Smith, just kind of used up all of his tires, and he's just trying to back off a bit here. So that might have brought Kaiman Kumar a bit closer. There is Memphis Fisher on AF Walsh, as the American's going to dive on the inside of the Australian, the Nakajima racing car, versus the Itochu NX Team Impul car, as Fisher's going to go around the outside of the Coca-Cola. Will he get it done as the two go wheel to wheel? And they're still side by side through turns 4 and 5 through 100R. Is going to be Fisher just barely gets ahead. And Fisher is ahead for the time being. Walsh is still going to try to retaliate on the inside line. And he's still going to try to hang on to the position. But on the inside, through 300R, it is Memphis Fisher who is ahead. But is the battle over just yet, as Walsh sends one on the inside into Dunlop, still trying to hang up to the position as he's going to go on the outside through into turn 12, into turn 13. Walsh is going to be there on the inside of the American. Then through nets, Fisher has the inside. Walsh later on the brakes, and he does unfortunately not get ahead of Memphis Fisher. That's going to be Fisher in 18th. Great battle between the two for 18th position, and I have to say, despite it being 18th position, it really goes to show that drivers are willing to go all out for positions, and one man who's going to go for a position is James Morris Pearson on the inside of Kaiman Kumar. We saw one Team Impul car battling, now we're going to see the second one battling with the Condor Racing of James Morris Pearson. The American's going to go around the outside of the Qatari driver, as Pearson's going to have the inside line now through 100R. And does he get it done? Yes, he does. James Morris Pearson up into 6th. And I have to say, this man is driving a fantastic race at the moment in 6th. And he has now got the Australian Zachary Fitzwater, his teammate, in 5th. Will he be able to get past him? That is only gonna be able, we're only gonna be able to see as the race unfolds. There's Fisher then in 19th, who he's trying to attack Walsh, who was able to get ahead of Fisher, so we missed that actually. I wonder if we can get a replay of the overtake actually of AF Walsh, and we're going to see then how the Australian was able to get past Memphis Fisher. And this is into turn 1. And you can see there, into the braking zone, goes on the inside, and Fisher does get the better exit there, so he is going to still hangs on to the position there, but then just into Coca-Cola, the fast left-hander, he goes around the outside, and then just a classic through 100R, the inside line proving to be the better and faster line to that corner. Obviously, Fisher on exit does get a bit wide, and that compromises his run, meaning that AF Walsh does get ahead. Very, very well done from AF Walsh, then the Australian. Then the battle for 12th between Rahul Patel and Jethan Shaw. Shaw dropping like a stone here in these last few laps. That's not what you want to see on your rookie performance, but it is going to be the experienced old fox Rahul Patel who's going to get past Jethan Shaw for 12th position. Is Shaw going to be able to fight back, though? He's had a look on the inside into turn 3, but there's not much he can do, unfortunately, and it is going to be Rahul Patel ahead for 12th position. There is AF Walsh. He's not done. He's got past Fisher. He's going to try to get past Roger James as well. One American is defeated. He's going to defeat the other as he goes around the outside into the hairpin, the two wheel-to-wheel into the braking zone. You can see how close it is between the two then as they head into turn 8 and turn 9. It's going to be Walsh on the inside line. They are wheel-to-wheel as we head into Dunlop, and it is going to be James who just breaks a bit later. But it is going to be, you can see they make a bit of contact. James does get the better exit. They bag the wheels there on the exit of turn 10. And now, through the more complicated sector 3, AF Walsh does get ahead of Roger James, as James is still having a look on the outside. It might not be over yet, as he's going to have the inside line into turn 15. No, he doesn't. He switches to the outside. What a battle for 17th. But it is AF Walsh who is ahead for 17. And I have to say, even though these positions do not pay points, they are still absolutely going at it. There is James, who is going to try with the slipstream. He's going to try and get ahead on the inside into the first corner. Will he be ahead before the corner even? I don't think so, but he is going to have a significant overlap into the first corner. Walsh is still going to try to hang on the outside, as I think it is Roger James defending his position, unless Walsh is going to be on the inside line. He is still there, but into 100R, James has the inside line, and he gets past, defends his position from the Australian AF Walsh, and Roger James back up into 17th. How's this for a returning drive into the ACOC? And it is going to be Roger James defending his 17th. Beautiful battle between the two, and I think really this just illustrates the racing we're going to have in Super Formula throughout the season. If we're going to have more of this throughout all 10 races, sign me up. As we look to a bit further up the field, Kaiman Kumar, who is chasing down James Morris Pearson, who hasn't really made any gains on Zachary Fitzwater in 5th. We'll see if he is able to close into that gap. But Pearson, I think the biggest worry he has is the impulse car of Kaiman Kumar. As we head through turn 2, there's James, who's going to try the Mateusz Material. He's gone from defense to offense now. He's going to try it on the young Polish driver, as he's going to go around the outside into turn 3. Will James be succeeding with this, as Material still going to hold the inside line through into 100R? It's going to be James on the inside, and just as he did get past AF Walsh, he gets past Mateusz Material. That's Roger James into 16th. Material still tries to retaliate on the inside, but he just isn't close enough, doesn't have the momentum to launch a counter-offensive towards Roger James, and it is going to be the American. In 16th, there's Alexander Arnold, who's trying it on Jokubas Zhukauskas, but unfortunately he can't get past at the moment. And Arnold, obviously, this is quite the battle for P11. You've got Miran Evji in 11th position there behind as well. So he could get involved into this as well. But Arnold obviously being outscored by his teammate Yuto Horigome in 3rd at the moment. So Horigome, even though he is unable to catch up to Janno, he's still doing a very good job there in 3rd. And obviously, what's not to like about scoring a podium at the home crowd? As looking a bit further down the field, there is Linus Timell and Memphis Fisher going at it. Same with Walsh and Simpson just a bit up the road, as Timell is going to be on the inside line through turn 1. He's going to have the outside. Through turn 3 is Fisher going to be able to hold on as he goes around the outside. Will he be able to do it? He is wheel to wheel as he heads into 100R. The two are going to be side by side. Will Fisher be able to defend on the outside? I think he will. Timell, I don't think he's going to succeed with the move, and he hasn't. That is impressive from Memphis Fisher. We have not seen a successful position defense on the outside of 100R, but Memphis Fisher still able to do it, as Timell still has a look into turn 10, but Fisher blocks the Swede in the Buzz racing car. And now that is quite the surprise. But Courtney Simpson then, who did get up into 18th, he's going to pass AF Walsh for 19th. Looking at the lead then, Joseph Kang leads by 2.6 seconds. So I actually think that gap has gone down by a bit, but I don't think Janno will be able to catch Kang at this rate, let alone overtake him with 7 laps to go in this race here at the Fuji International Speedway. It's been a dominant display from Joseph Kang so far, who's led every lap of this race from Nicolas Janno and Yuto Horigome in 3rd. Looking at Courtney Simpson, who obviously was able to overtake AF Walsh, he's going to try it on Mateusz Material in 17th, who is losing time on Roger James, a bit further up the road in the Buzz Racing. Even though James has been doing some impressive overtaking work, still is going to see Buzz Racing come home empty-handed after the round here at Fuji. So they'll just be hoping for better later on in the season, as Jokubas Zhukauskas still unable to get past him with Khalfan Juma. He's gonna have to hope for it soon because he has got a charging Alexander-Arnold behind him. But now then, as they head down the very, very long start-finish straight, he should probably be able to line up and move into turn 1 if he does get the slipstream from his teammate. And he is closing, and he is gonna line up to the left of his teammate. Will he be able to make the move on the inside? The two Drago Corsas are gonna go side by side. Zhukauskas on the inside line. He's got the outside into Coca-Cola. No, he gets it done before the corner, actually. Jumaska still gonna try to retaliate, but it is in vain as Jokubas Zhukauskas finally gets past the teammate for P8. There's Simpson getting past Material. Simpson's gonna try to get another position then. On lap 19 here, Material's going to try the outside line, but can he defend? No, he cannot, unfortunately, for the Polish driver. Still going to be on the inside line, though, as he is going to try to take back the 17th position from Courtney Simpson, as he's going to go on the outside line. Simpson blocks him, though, into Dunlop, and it is Courtney Simpson who is ahead for 17th for now. Now he's going to have to watch out into these very twisty corners for Mateusz Material, because if Simpson slips up by going wide, that could see Material trying to get past. And Khalfan Juma, who was overtaken by Jokubas Zhukauskas, his teammate, might be defending soon from this man, Alexander-Arnold. We're gonna see then if he is able to do that. Just gonna have to wait patiently, just like Zhukauskas did. He is going to have to wait. And then through 100R, Arnold still tries to chase him down, the man currently who is gonna score 1 point on his Super Formula debut. Obviously, they don't have the greatest of PSC seasons last year, unfortunately for him. But he'll be hoping for a bit more. Looking a bit further down the field, here is Katja Schmelzer, currently in 15th in the Vantelen Team Tom's car, chasing down her teammate Will Parrish in 14th. Parrish, obviously, I think, is treating this a bit more as a break year, but obviously I do think he still needs to get a podium here and there to prove that he just absolutely hasn't lost it in terms of driving ability. Roger James then, who is lining up a move on Schmelzer. James has been cutting his way through the field, and he is gonna go wheel to wheel with Schmelzer on the inside line. Will he be able to get the German driver, as he is gonna go on the inside line through turns 1 and 2, and he's gonna switch to the outside for turn 3. Will he get past? Let's see, into turn 3 on the outside. Schmelzer still hangs on as he head into 100R. It's going to be Schmelzer defending the long way around, but unfortunately there's not a lot you can do, and it is going to be Roger James who is up into 15. Very well done then, and he's got his fellow compatriot and Formula 2 champion Will Parrish in 14th. As we look at the progress made from the drivers, Parrish obviously has not moved from his starting position. There's Schmelzer on the inside line, who is going to try it on Roger James, who's gone up 3 positions from his original starting position, as it's going to be into the final corner. It is going to be, or that's not the final corner, sorry. James is going to be on the inside. Schmelzer does get the better run. You can see how close that was between the two, almost resulted in contact, but Schmelzer just swung it around the outside and was able to get past or re-overtake Roger James in the Buzz Racing with B-Max car. And there is Roger James, who's once again going to try it on Schmelzer. The battle is not done between these two, and James into turn 1 swiftly gets ahead of the German. That was really made that look easy as he headed through turn 1 and 2. So that is going to be Roger James, I think, now up into 15th. We'll see if Schmelzer can retaliate to the American in the number 51 Buzz racing car. But James is now I think is going to try and chase down F2 champion Will Parrish in 14th. But honorable mention, Jokubas Shukauskas in 8th, who has gone up 4 positions on the original starting position to get into the points. That is still a very respectable performance from the Lithuanian in his debut race. As we look at Meranevji in the Inging car, who is in 11th at the moment, and just up ahead the road is Alex Arnold, who's going to try to get past Khalfan Juma. Had a look on the inside. Is he thinking of the outside, or I just think he isn't close enough? And he isn't close enough into turn 1, so it is going to be Alexander Arnold who is going to remain in 10th position. But that is Will Parrish, who is not on the defense, he's on the offense. He's going to try to overtake Yethan Shaw round the outside. He's going to be on the inside now through 100R. Will Parrish be able to clear Shaw now, who has just been falling down and down this entire race? He's going to put up some defense to the American as Parrish goes around the outside, and he's going to be on the inside then through 300R and then into the braking zone of Dunlop, who is going to come out ahead and who's going to be later on the brakes. It's Shaw later on the brakes. Will he have the better exit as well? Yes, he will, as Parrish is still going to try to hang on to the position on the inside through turn 12. He cannot get it done, and it is going to be Jethan Shaw with very good defending who is going to remain ahead of Will Parrish and hold on to that 13th position for now. Still a very, very good battle between the two, I have to give it to them. And looking at Meranevji in 11th, looks to be catching up to Alexander Arnold. Obviously had a bit of a scrap with him a few laps earlier, but I think if he wants to get past him, he's just going to have to do it now. There's no other choice, as we're only on lap, or we're not only, sorry, we're already, I would say, on lap 24 or 25. There's only 2 laps to go in this race. Time has really flown by here. FG then through turn 8 and 9 isn't really closing in on Arnold at the moment, but he just has to hope that he gets a perfect second to 3 through here. Just has to hope for the exit of turn 16, and they might actually be able to make the move on Arnold. But at the moment I think it might be Alex Arnold who is ahead, and Arnold himself who is focused on chasing down Khalfan Juma for 9th, trying to grab another points position, and FG himself who's going to try to grab at least 1 point away from Alexander Arnold. Now then, as we are on the final lap of the race, lap 25 out of 25 of the race here at Fuji for the opening round of the Super Formula Championship. As we head down the start-finish straight for one final time, Arnold, though, not able to get close enough. There is Roger James. Will he try it on his fellow compatriot Will Parrish? No. James not close enough to Parrish. So he's just going to have to hope to find an opening somewhere else. He's going to hope to pressure Parrish into a mistake here. There's Kaiman Kumar, who is chasing down James Morris Pearson for 6th. Who is going to get ahead here, I wonder. I think it is going to be Pearson at the moment. There's only a few corners to go. Kumar is going to have to be quite opportunistic if he wants to make a move, and even then it is high risk, high reward, so I don't think Kumar will be able to go for it. But it has been 25 laps, and all those 25 laps have only been led by one man in the rookie racing, winning the opening round of the Super Formula season. It is Joseph Kang, who comes across the line to win at the Fuji Speedway. And what a performance from the South Korean driver. It has been 25 laps, and it has been led by this man, Nicolas Yano in second, and Yuto Horigome in front of the home crowd secures a podium. Here at Fuji, Smith is going to be fourth. Pearson is going to be sixth. It's going to be Arnold who takes P10. He gets 1 point from Miran FG in 11th. Looking through the field, there's AF Walsh in 18th, Mateusz Material in 20th, Timel in 21st. Not the best he was hoping for, and unfortunately it's going to be the two TCS Nakajima cars. But let's go through the results then. It is going to be Joseph Kang, pole win, fastest lap for the South Korean in the rookie racing. Fantastically done from him. Then it's going to be Nicolas Yano, the Cypriot, finishes second, with Yuto Horigome for Dandelion Racing is going to be in third. Then it is Aiden Smith, still very well done, in fourth, with Zachary Fitzwater Sr. in fifth. And behind him finishing is James Morris Pearson, the other Kondo Racing. So Kondo Racing will be coming home with quite good points today. Then it's Kaiman Kumar in seventh, with Jokubas Zhukauskas, quite the tongue twister, sorry, in eighth, with Khalfan Juma in ninth, and Alexander Arnold rounding out the top 10. And just shy of the top 10 is Miran Evji in 11th, with fellow former F1 driver Rahul Patel in 12th for Red Bull Mugen. Then it is Jethan Shaw in 13th. They did not have the greatest of races, unfortunately, for the South African. Then it is Will Parrish, who finished where he started in 14th, with fellow compatriot Roger James, who had a very good race, I have to say, in 15th. Then it's Katja Schmelzer in 16th, with Courtney Simpson finishing 17th, with AF Walsh in 18th. Then it is Fisher, P19, and Material finishing in 20th. Then Linus Timel is 21st, with Norwegian Axel Socki in 22nd, and Jazep's Auzinch is the final finisher. So the two Nakajima Racing cars will finish behind each other. But that has been it for Super Formula today. Thank you so much for watching. Driver of the day, in my opinion, although it is a bit, I have to say, obvious, I am going to give it to Joseph Kang. I have to say, on your debut race, absolutely fantastic performance to get the pole win, fastest lap, and every lap led as well. That was absolutely fantastic from him. Honorable mention, Roger James. I think he did a very good job as well. But that has been it for me. I have been your commentator, Miran Evji. And yeah, that has been it for the ACOC. We will return tomorrow when Formula 1, F2, F3, and Super Formula kick off. Next round of Super Formula will be at the Bahrain International Circuit. So make sure to not miss that. But until then, the ACOC returns next week. Thank you for watching. And once again, I have been Miran Evji. Thank you and goodbye.